Hey guys, this is the Ols, doing a Blackrock Caverns run on one of my 5-man dungeon teams, Multiboxing. So this team is Druid tank, a Paladin, Holy Paladin healer, a Destruction Warlock, an Arms Warrior, and a Survival Hunter. So I'm level 84, so this should be pretty easy. Have a very basic setup using IS Boxer. While I have what's it called? Recruiter friend. While I have recruiter friends active, I've just made everything kind of really simple. Enough to work and get me by and get me leveling, because this is like the 5th team or something that I'm leveling. Just want to get as many characters to 85 at least as I can while I've got recruiter friend. Mostly just because I can. But because of that, you'll notice things like my healing setup is really crappy. It's just target macros to cast Flash of Light, bound to the number buttons on my Razer mouse. I don't have any click-through healing, like setup or anything like that. And I really only use like 3 or 4 buttons on everyone's action bar. Literally like a button for when I pull a single target DPS macro and a multi-target DPS macro, and that's it. Cast Chains of Woe twice in a row before I could even get another attack in. Probably could have just killed him rather than running from him again, but anyway. Yeah, so my setup is really basic. I haven't put any work at all into trying to do anything fancy or complicated or whatever. But definitely when I run out of recruiter friend or I get bored of just leveling, I'm gonna spend a lot more time setting up a lot more keybinds so I can do things even more efficiently when I take on like current level content and heroics hopefully and that kind of thing. Raz kill all these dudes. I don't mind this team too much. It's probably not my favourite of the ones I've leveled so far. feels kind of weird having just one melee character. I've done other teams, like my monk team, where everyone is melee because I have two healer monks doing their melee healing. And the other melee, all melee team I have, I guess, is 4 melee and a disc priest is my Death Knight team. Four Death Knights and a disc priest. So made a little bit of a mess of that. So I have a melee follow button. I've just got to get used to remembering to pull them back. When it's just one, I tend to forget about my warrior sometimes. I'm getting used to it though, I guess. Go and clear out all this trash here before I take the boss on, because the boss has that fear that can send someone running. Is he aggroed? Nope. Excellent. That's probably enough.
Heretics! You will suffer for this.
So I'd drop my team off in the first set of games, and then after a minute I come and stand in the second one and move them out. I don't really need to because I'm overpowered, but it's like, look how easy that was. I didn't cast one heal. My paladin did nothing. So yeah, that's a really, really easy way to do that boss. And I've done it a bunch of times now with all the teams I've had, so I'm sure that isn't really news to anyone. It's probably the tactic you're supposed to do even if you're not multiboxing, but I never really did these dungeons. And sometimes all you need to do is just DPS through the ad spawn anyway, and you can get away with it, but just a safe way to do it. I usually don't stop follow on my ranged characters when I'm just fighting trash, unless I need to for some specific placement, which is not very efficient, but yeah, on the trash I don't really care. It works well enough. Like, Raz come through and clear this bridge for me again. So while he's doing that, you can see my gear. All the grains are from the vendor in Hyjal. Most of the blues are just drops from in here or just BOE Cata gear. The heirloom back piece, and because this is my tank, I have a couple of the low-level mop blues, which are really cool. That's pretty much how every character's geared. Yeah, just with vendor 7, vendor level 80s and blues from in here. I think the tank's the only one who has those mop pieces. It's just to give him some extra stamina and whatever. Yeah, and that's one of the problems with not having this stock follow on. Oh, bloody hell. But now I lose control of my interact with target as well. That was messy. So I'll just wait for him to wander back around the other side before I pull him. This boss is actually probably easier than the last one. I've found it like level appropriate when you first come in here. This boss is actually really easy. I didn't even have to heal from the AoE. Almost killed him from just one trip into the, whatever this is, fire, the forge. There you go. I think I healed my tank once, or did I not even heal at all? Yeah, either way. The reason I run BRC, even though I'm over-leveled for it, is because I think it's the obviously the easiest, but I think it's also the quickest. of the Kata dungeons to get through. It's like, what, 4 bosses, and there's not that many pulls in between them. And I can AoE down all the pulls and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And with Recruit a Friend, the I don't know, it feels like I'm getting way more XP if I just keep blasting through dungeons as quickly as possible, which is pretty much what I do. Obviously have to level them all up to at least 15 and then just jump in the dungeon queue. I could probably have just pulled the boss and the adds together, but I guess again it's safer to do them separately, do things the safe way. That way I'm not recording a movie of me running back from graveyards. Try and do some placement, get my warrior on the back of the boss. Warlock got knocked away, but is still in range, so all good. Didn't even get a fear off. What's that? That's the caster ring, right? Let me just see if... Yeah, both my paladin and my warlock already have it. I'm still really new at this, so I make a whole bunch of mistakes. I actually stopped playing World of Warcraft about 3 or 4 months after Wrath of the Lich King came out. I leveled a Death Knight up to level 80, and then stopped playing and didn't start playing again until like November of 2013. So I missed most of the, you know, Wrath content, all of the Cataclysm content, and by the time I started playing Mists of Pandaria, Siege of Orgrimmar was already out, so I guess that's like the, you know, still the most recent patch. And let Raz finish these guys off again. Yeah, because I was so far behind, I kind of figured rather than trying to catch up, I would. I leveled a monk to 90 and did a bit of, you know, looking for raid or whatever. But was, yeah, so far behind. Just figured I'd have some fun and do some of this content I didn't get to see. And by doing it multi-boxing, I can do a lot of it myself. It also means I'll have a whole heap of characters kind of at least 85, hopefully 90, by the time the next expansion comes out. And yeah, that'll be a good thing. You know, I can either keep multi-boxing or I can yeah, or I can choose to use any one of them to play single player. Anyway, that's Blackrock Caverns cleared. Just over halfway to level 85, and then I'll probably rest this team for a little bit while I focus on some others, or at least one more, before my recruiter friend comes out. So anyway, that's my first video with commentary. It sucked, I rambled, but maybe it's more interesting than just watching the footage with game sounds and nothing else going on for 20 minutes. Alright, thanks, and see ya.